Hello everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, Maine's highest court considers a challenge to a law that resulted in a long list of lawsuits against the Catholic Church. Plus, local emergency dispatchers turn to artificial intelligence to help answer calls. And to look at some of the ways Mainers are celebrating Veterans Day a little bit early. Good morning, everyone. I'm Craig Colson. Emma Smith has this Friday off. We thank you for joining us. We'll have all the day's news coming up in just a few moments, but first we're going to kick things off with a check of that forecast. Looks like things will be a little bit quieter today. Some people even saw a little bit of snow around the state yesterday. Today, though, mostly cloudy. Temperatures seasonably a bit chilly today and a little bit warmer than yesterday, though. And it looks like we'll see a little more sun as we head into the weekend. For more on what we can expect, let's turn things over to Devin.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Friday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Blind Faith Tattoo. With over 25 years of experience, we are fluent in all styles, including traditional and fine line tattoos. Stop by for a free consultation from one of our friendly expert tattoo artists. We offer a fast turnaround and walk-ins are always welcome. As we get into things this morning, a small craft advisory is now posted until 7 p.m. Saturday along the coast. Again, some active surf will continue to be possible as we do move forward with gusty winds today and again tomorrow as well. Let's take a look at the visibility. We do have a little bit of fog being reported in a few spots this morning near the Bangor area and areas off to the south and west, and maybe a little bit well off towards the north as well. It's very hit and miss in nature this morning as you head out and about. Otherwise, the radar is looking rather quiet. There might be a few rain and snow showers in the northern parts of the state today. Further down toward the south, just some clouds, and it looks to be about it there. Let's zoom things out. The low pressure is tracking off towards the east. Just a little bit of energy trying to sneak in here across the northern parts of the state, so that's why they could see some rain and snow showers today. But further down toward the south, though, by the Bangor area, not much of anything expected today in the precipitation department. We will stay dry. You can see the precipitation mainly across the northern parts of the state. Further down toward the south, we're looking okay. I do believe we will stay dry along and south of the Bangor area today. As for the wind as well, though, it'll be a little gusty from time to time at around 10 to 15 miles per hour sustained. Gusts up to 25 miles per hour cannot be ruled out either, with more gusty winds on the way as we head towards the daytime tomorrow. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period showing some clouds hanging around with temperatures in the 40s. The full 5-day forecast is coming up.
All right, thank you, Devin. We'll look forward to that. In today's news, the Maine Supreme Judicial Court heard arguments from lawyers challenging the constitutionality of recent changes to a child sex abuse statute. It all stems from allegations faced by members of the Catholic Church. Our Grace Blanchard has the details.
After facing a series of lawsuits, the Roman Catholic Diocese of Portland is challenging the constitutionality of a law that removed the statute of limitations for adults who survived childhood sexual abuse. Maine's highest court heard those arguments on Thursday.
Perpetrators of these heinous acts should be held to account, regardless if the act occurred in 1978 or 2023.
In 2021, the law was changed to allow survivors to sue their accused abusers regardless of how much time has passed. That prompted more than a dozen people to file suit against the diocese. State Representative Lori Gramlich was the lead sponsor on the bill that created the law.
As a survivor myself, I thought, what can I do here in the state of Maine for survivors?
The diocese claimed they have no desire to minimize the effects of past sexual abuse by church representatives. The diocese issued a statement saying, quote, "It is our belief that this law is unconstitutional and will significantly impact the diocese's ability to serve the Catholic community of Maine, including those most vulnerable."
This case is about the will of the people upsetting the diocese's mere expectation of getting away with enabling child sex abuse and cover-ups.
Attorney Michael Begas represents the 13 people suing the diocese. He says people came from all across the country to support this change to the law.
This was a very important day in the litigation, and we're very grateful that so many people could travel so far for an important issue that they care so much about.
The Supreme Court will now go into a deliberation period, and it is unclear how long until they reach a decision.
For me, it's a matter of justice, and it's an opportunity for survivors to be believed and have their voices heard.
In Bangor, Grace Blanchard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
And the High Court will release their opinion at a later date. Pro-Palestine protesters continued their efforts Thursday following a demonstration Wednesday night that resulted in the arrests of 7 people. Demonstrators were protesting against Representative Jared Golden's vote to censure Michigan Representative Rashida Tlaib for her statement supporting Palestine. Starting at 3:45 Thursday, demonstrators once again walked to Representative Golden's office at 6 State Street, but found the doors locked and no one inside. They then moved over to the federal building in Bangor to continue their protest. They say one of their missions with the demonstration was to express their disagreement with the notion that supporting Palestine is anti-Semitic.
Anti-Semitism is real. This is not anti-Semitism. This is opposing genocide. I have friends who are Jewish who are supporting this in this exact situation. I can go find one for you. And that conflation, where people think that if you're critiquing the genocide, you're anti-Semitic, is just, we're done with it.
While officers were present for the demonstration yesterday, no arrests were made this time. A police chase in downtown Skowhegan ended with the arrest and damage to multiple vehicles. According to the Somerset County Sheriff's Office, at around 1:30 Wednesday afternoon, Detective David Cole attempted to conduct a search warrant on 34-year-old Skowhegan resident Raymond Ellis Jr. as part of an investigation into the sale of drugs. A stone worker captured the moment police surrounded the vehicle on video. Authorities located him at Laney's Pit Stop on Waterville Road. That's when police say a brief struggle ensued between Ellis and Detective Cole before Ellis fled in his black 2015 Dodge Ram truck. Police cruisers pursued Ellis through Skowhegan for nearly 20 minutes before reaching that parking lot of the former Solon Manufacturing Building, which is currently under renovation. An apprentice for the toll masonry who was working in a skylift at the time witnessed police surrounding Ellis and ram him into the lift, shaking it considerably. The sheriff's office says when police searched Ellis, they also found a loaded shotgun, ammunition, fentanyl, crack cocaine, digital scales, and other drug paraphernalia. Ellis was arrested and taken to jail, where he remains on $250,000 cash bail. His initial court appearance is scheduled for February 7th of next year. Meanwhile, also in Skowhegan, a tractor-trailer carrying a mobile home tipped over onto the sidewalk in downtown Skowhegan at around 11:30 yesterday morning. It happened at the busy intersections of routes 201 and 2, just past the Margaret Chase Smith Bridge, traveling northbound into downtown. Initial attempts to move the trailer were not successful, causing traffic to back up in an already congested area. The flow of traffic had to be managed by the Skowhegan Highway Department and the Skowhegan Police. According to an officer at the scene, the driver was not associated with any company, no serious injuries reported, and we're told that mobile home was eventually dismantled and hauled away. Governor Janet Mills and Attorney General Aaron Fry have formally established an independent commission to investigate the facts surrounding the Lewiston mass shooting. The commission was established through an executive order signed on Thursday by Governor Mills. The governor and AG Fry appointed the commission members, who you can see on your screen, based on their expertise in various areas, including mental health and legal knowledge. The governor and AG made it clear in a letter to the commission that they must operate in an independent and objective manner. The topics they'll be pursuing with their investigation include the facts and circumstances leading up to the shooting, the police response to the shooting, and the ensuing manhunt. Robert Card's mental health history and contact with various state, federal, and military authorities, as well as other matters, will also be considered. In a joint statement, Governor Mills and AG Fry said, quote, "As we have said, the complete facts and circumstances, including any failures or omissions, must be brought to light and known by all. The families of the victims, those who were injured, and the people of Maine and the nation deserve nothing less." We will certainly keep you updated on that effort. A Maine dispatch center is turning to an emerging technology to combat its continuing staffing shortage and high call volume. Our David Ledford brings us that story.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Soon, when you dial the Penobscot Regional Communications Center's non-emergency line, artificial intelligence will answer the phone. The center is partnering with Amazon Web Services to implement an AI answering service that will direct callers to the correct resources and departments for non-emergencies. The hope is that the system will help to ease the workload for the understaffed dispatch center, which took more than 68,000 calls last year alone.
Our call volume has increased significantly since 2018, nearly 28%. With the workforce shortages and the increase in call volume, we have to change up our game plan here.
A number of those calls are for non-emergencies, complaints, and general concerns that are not time sensitive.
In our mind, emergency means somebody could die right now. That's an emergency to us. A lot of the issues we're fielding, a lot of the police issues, they happened last night, they happened yesterday, there's civil issues, like the animal complaints.
Officials want to stress that this service will only be used for non-emergency calls. And when you pick up the phone to dial 911, a human dispatcher will be on the other end to help.
There is still going to be dispatchers here. There is a human component to this job. The AI bot is only going to be on the business line.
Officials don't yet know how soon the new system will roll out, but when it does, it will be a gradual introduction.
This is not going to be the flip of a switch. It's going to be a very slow, methodical process. We are going to build the system to answer questions the exact same way that we would answer them.
In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, in other news, Maine's only college training program for logging and forest trucking equipment operators graduated its latest class yesterday. The graduates were recognized at the site where they have spent recent weeks completing the final trucking stage of the program. Prior to that, the students spent months harvesting timber using state-of-the-art machines like the ones they'll work with in the logging industry. The program is taught by seasoned veterans of the logging industry, including lead instructor Donald Burr, who says these graduates are even better prepared to enter the workforce than in years past, thanks to the addition of commercial driver's license training.
Leaving with equipment experience and a CDL means that they're lethal in the job market. If they want to go drive truck, great, they can go drive truck. If they want to operate equipment, they can go operate equipment. And then 5 years from now, they may flip-flop.
The 7th class to graduate since the program launched back in 2017. Congratulations to all of them. Well, the time now is 6:12. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, we'll hear about some of the challenges veterans face as they establish their own businesses, along with a look at how Mainers are celebrating Veterans Day a little bit early this year. But first, another check of that weather forecast. It looks like another cloudy day ahead today, mostly cloudy and breezy with highs near 48 degrees. Partly cloudy overnight with lows dropping down to the upper 20s. Tomorrow, a partly cloudy and breezy day with highs near 42.
When outdoors, some people like it hot and some people like it cold. However, when indoors, most people like it comfortably warm. Choose a Boderas boiler from McCusick Petroleum Company to provide you with comfortable and efficient heat. They also offer sales and service on many brands of furnaces, boilers, and water heaters. McCusick Petroleum Company delivers oil and LP gas to homes and businesses throughout the Pequot region. If you'd like more information on pricing or service, call or stop by our office in Dover Foxcroft.
The Old Mill Pub in Skowhegan is an historic restaurant and bar overlooking the Kennebec River. Enjoy the atmosphere while dining on local handcrafted pub fare, as well as Maine beers and craft cocktails. Also offering bar and catering services for your event or holiday party.
Hi, I'm Angelina Mucci.
And I'm Andy Mucci of Family Fun Bowling Center.
When we want to know the weather, we go to foxbangor.com.
Celebrating our 50th anniversary year, Family Fun Bowling Center has 20 lanes of 10-pin bowling at its best.
Hi, Eastern Maine. Watch Person, Place, or Thing right here on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 10 a.m.
On Feud.
Name a way a woman might say she likes her men and her cheese.
You either nail it,
sharp,
spicy, or fail it.
Full of adventure,
running around the dairy section.
Family Feud.
Where are you going? Stop all this adventure.
Weekdays at 9 on ABC 7.
Welcome back, everyone. Hudson University kicked off a series of events to honor veterans. The day yesterday started off with a presentation which featured remarks from Hudson President Robert Clark. Later on, students, staff, and alumni who are veterans gathered together at the Dickerman Dining Center, where they were treated to a free barbecue. Hudson faculty members and Air Force veteran Michael Komorski say the university does a great job of honoring its veteran community.
Pretty much everyone you talk to now is a vet, volunteered to serve. So it was our privilege to do that, and wearing the flag of our nation on my shoulder for 24 years really meant a lot. But the occasional thank you for your service is always appreciated.
Well, today, the Hudson student government will hold its first ever MVP walk to benefit Maine veterans, which will be open to the public. They'll be benefiting the Maine Veterans Project, which does so much for local veterans. A local high school is starting a new Veterans Day tradition this year. For the first time, Ellsworth High School's Honor Society hosted a Veterans Day program. For the occasion, local veterans were invited to be recognized by students during a small ceremony, which was followed by a keynote speaker.
I think for a lot of veterans, after a while, I think that the idea of that they've been in the service and all of that begins to fade because it's been so many years for many of them. And so the idea that we were able to even take just a few moments today and thank our local veterans, I think means a lot to them, and it means a lot to us as well.
Lomlar says the program was an overwhelming success and will certainly be back in the coming years. Well, another local high school is also continuing its decades-long tradition of honoring veterans on Veterans Day. For about 20 years now, Brewer High School has invited service members of the past and present to join them for a special Veterans Breakfast, followed by a variety of speakers, essays, and poems.
It just provides an opportunity to appreciate the veterans, the current service members, future service members, and just really inspire and remind our students what this day is all about.
For the veterans and service members that have attended the breakfast year after year, the day certainly holds a special place in their hearts.
It's a special brotherhood, and it's an opportunity to get with a lot of other people who've served in the military, and it's a special feeling.
Yes. Nice job by the kids over there in Brewer. Meanwhile, some 2 million businesses across the U.S. are veteran-owned. They employ more than 5 million Americans, according to the most recent government statistics. Military-affiliated businesses, however, face extra challenges as service members transition into entrepreneurship. Fox News Chief National Security Correspondent Jennifer Griffin has the story just in time for Veterans Day.
Every other weekend, active Air Force reservist Samantha Snabs serves as an officer in the Air National Guard. But Monday through Friday, she works at her startup, Re3D, a large-scale 3D printer manufacturer, helping solve some of the world's challenges.
Starting a business, especially a hardware company, is definitely expensive, and we really wrestled with where to find the funding.
And she's not alone. Those who serve face big hurdles when transitioning to civilian life, and even more when trying to start their own businesses, including getting the funding they need to launch and grow.
It is very difficult because of the lack of credit history. When military spouses, U.S. veterans have been deployed or on active duty, they're not building up a strong personal FICO score.
According to data by Hello Alice, an organization dedicated to supporting small businesses, nearly half of veterans feel their business lacks funding, and about 22% have no access to credit. Less than a third feel prepared to cover operating expenses for 1 to 3 months.
U.S. veterans, military spouses, those in service are the strongest entrepreneurs in our country. We have to ensure that they have community and connections through accelerators, relationships, nonprofits.
But it's not all challenges. Veteran small business owners have increased their revenue, which has doubled from just under $25,000 in 2021 to between $51,000 and $100,000 in 2023.
Additionally, the vast majority of U.S. veterans that we've polled are planning on hiring in 2024. So these are massive job creators.
Despite the pandemic, we've doubled our revenue, and we intend to do so again next year.
Owners and experts say the best way to help support military and veteran-owned businesses is to shop locally, hire veteran vendors, and volunteer with those businesses. At the Pentagon, Jennifer Griffin, Fox News.
Bangor area's annual Veterans Day Parade will kick off tomorrow morning at 10:15. It will start in Brewer and will continue down Wilson Street across the Chamberlain Bridge before heading down Main Street in Bangor before ending on Exchange Street. There will be road closures and detours along that route as the parade moves along. Parking will also be prohibited along the parade route between 8 a.m. and noon tomorrow. The 15th annual Veterans Day Pancake Breakfast will also be held tomorrow morning starting at 7 a.m. at Jeff's Catering in Brewer. It's open to anyone, but veterans will eat for free tomorrow morning in Brewer. Those are just a couple of the many celebrations going on all around the state. I know Waterville has a parade starting, I believe it's around 11. You can check with your own town to see when festivities start in your area. All right, the time now, 6:19. Coming up after the break, more than 24 people became U.S. citizens during a special ceremony at the State House. We'll hear their stories coming up, and we'll also have the latest on the war in Gaza and how U.S. troops have been forced into action. Those stories and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
This Veterans Day, join Fox ABC Maine as we salute and honor our veterans. Are you an active, inactive, or retired member of the armed services? Do you know someone who is? Then upload your photos on foxbangor.com/Maine Heroes. We will randomly select multiple veterans to win a gift voucher from Chick-fil-A. Locally sponsored by Chase's Family Restaurant, Gas Horse Supply and Western Wear, Herman Meadow Golf Club, and Leo & Sons Auto Repair.
My father started a roofing company in the 1970s.
Back when asbestos was still commonly used in Maine.
When George was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew there wasn't a cure yet, but we knew he needed help.
We called Joe Bornstein's office because this family means business.
Their team is handling everything, representing Mainers who were victims of asbestos exposure.
We highly recommend the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the sparks that unite us, to the passions that drive us. We're driven by the things we love. From the visions that lead us, the feelings that inspire us, to the roads that bring us together. Coastal Auto Parts, 29 locations in Maine, will get you to the moments that matter most. With the largest network of parts and care to keep you firing on all cylinders. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Welcome back, everyone. A naturalization ceremony at the State House Thursday recognized Maine's newest citizens. It was the first ceremony of its kind since before the pandemic. Our Augusta area reporter Corey Bouchard was there and has the story.
Oh, say, can you see? On behalf of the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, it is my pleasure to welcome you to your administrative naturalization ceremony here today.
Around 30 new U.S. citizens took their oath of allegiance at the State House Thursday.
I decided to become an American citizen to enjoy the opportunity of this free land.
Governor Janet Mills spoke at the ceremony with the message not to forget where you came from.
To my fellow Americans, welcome home. I hope you will continue to celebrate your past as you embark on your future here in Maine.
According to officials, a problem with the Postal Service resulted in many not getting their appointment letters telling them of the ceremony until last night. This meant some had to travel from across the state to be here.
Checked the mail last night at around 4:30 and I panicked. They said I had to be here today by 9 a.m., but I wasn't going to miss this for the world. I called my boss and told him I am heading to go get my citizenship, and we'll talk about everything else later. So.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Congratulations to them. Corey Bouchard reporting. Boy, it's something we all take for granted, some of us anyway. Not them, though. You could see how they felt by just looking at their faces. All right, the time now, 6:23. Time to get a full look at that weather forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Friday. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Blind Faith Tattoo. With over 25 years of experience, we are fluent in all styles, including traditional and fine line tattoos. Stop by for a free consultation for one of our friendly expert tattoo artists. We offer a fast turnaround, and walk-ins are always welcome. As we get into things this morning, a small cloud advisory is active across the coast, and this will last until about 7 p.m. as we head towards Saturday. Some gusty winds today and tomorrow will make the ocean just a little bit active in a few areas. So wave heights are not active just yet. They're right around 1 to 2 feet. But as we add some wind today and again tomorrow, we'll be watching the wave heights becoming just a little bit more active as we do move forward. A little bit of fog developing out there this morning. Bangor is down to about a mile for visibility in a few spots, though. Further off towards the south and west seems to produce visibility as well as a result of a little bit of fog out there this morning. Here's the radar and satellite. So we've been watching some clouds this morning, a little bit of precipitation maybe in the western parts of the state. We'll be watching for a few rain and snow showers in the northern parts of the state today. But as you head further south, those chances will decrease, which is why we're going with a dry forecast for the Bangor area and areas surrounding today. As we do zoom things out, we have low pressure moving off to the east, some wraparound moisture moving to the northern parts, and that is why we're watching that small chance in the northern parts of Maine for some rain and snow showers there, but everyone else staying dry today. So Futurecast moving forward, showing those chances right about there in the northern parts of the state, but everybody else, though, does a mostly cloudy sky today. We'll start to lose a little bit of the clouds further down to the south later on tonight, though, as we head towards tomorrow. Look looking pretty good. Maybe a few snow showers near the Caribou area at times, but farther off towards the north. Again, everyone else looking pretty good as we stay dry with a mixture of clouds and sunshine, and some clouds look to get in here for a little while as we head towards Saturday evening, and looking pretty good as we head towards Saturday night into Sunday as the clouds look to clear out of here. As for any snow, again, it's all going to stay further off towards the north. It might try to accumulate just a little bit though, but it will be further off towards the north. This is ran through at least Saturday evening, but notice it all stays further off towards the north. Nothing to be expected near the Bangor area, so we're looking pretty good as we do move forward. As for the gusty winds, we have some of that on the way, reaching up to around 25 miles per hour today. It does back off a little while tonight, down to maybe 15 miles per hour or less. Then by tomorrow, though, here we go again. Wind gusts reaching up to around 25 miles per hour in a few areas. So your forecast coming up for today, upper 40s, mostly cloudy and breezy, with that west wind getting up to around 20 miles per hour at times. Later on tonight, upper 20s with a partly cloudy sky, and that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, lower 40s, partly cloudy and breezy, with that northwest wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Blind Faith Tattoo. We'll be under a mostly sunny sky on Sunday with highs in the low 40s. We'll be in the low 40s again for your Monday with a lot of sunshine, and rain and snow showers possible on Tuesday, highs in the mid 40s.
If you're a Medicare beneficiary, call now to see how a WellCare Medicare Advantage plan could get you some big benefits, including this all-in-one WellCare Spendables debit card to use for over-the-counter health items. Find out how easy it is to get all of your original Medicare coverage, plus extra benefits. A WellCare Medicare Advantage plan is designed to fit your needs so you can be your best every day. You could have medical coverage, coverage for prescription drugs, dental, vision and hearing, and the WellCare Spendables debit card to make getting the coverage you need more convenient. The WellCare Spendables debit card can be used for over-the-counter health items. And here's more good news. You can get a WellCare Medicare Advantage plan with a $0 or low monthly plan premium. How can WellCare offer all of those benefits for a $0 or low monthly plan premium? It's simple. Medicare Advantage and Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage are important parts of Medicare. WellCare has a contract with Medicare to offer and provide these important options to you. Call right now to get your free copy of the WellCare All-in-One Guide. Call 1-877-282-3827 now. There is absolutely no obligation for requesting this free information. WellCare offers benefits that go beyond the basics, and we make them easy to use so you can support your best health. Call today to get your free copy of the All-in-One Guide with absolutely no obligation. Your free guide will provide information to make a smart choice for your healthcare coverage. Just call 1-877-282-3827. Remember, there's no obligation for requesting this free information, so call 1-877-282-3827. Call today.
ABC 7, proud to honor all veterans.
Welcome back, everyone. The conflict between Israel and Hamas still raging as we're learning that a top U.S. official is trying to help get those hostages out of Gaza that Hamas took back on October 7th. The United States also continues to see attacks on our troops in Syria and in Iraq, and the Pentagon says they've struck back at rebel groups now for the second time. Liz Landers is in Washington with the very latest.
This morning, new video showing the moment a U.S. airstrike hits a weapons storage facility in Syria. The explosion, retaliation for Iranian-backed militia groups who have continued to hit U.S. troops in Iraq and Syria a total of 46 times since October 17th. The Pentagon vowing to strike again at a, quote, time and place of our choosing if they continue. This as the conflict between Israel and Hamas have entered a new phase of fighting. This video showing continued bombardment of Gaza overnight, the small area already subject to more than 10,000 civilian casualties, according to the Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry. But some relief for those in the crossfire. The White House saying Israel has agreed to expand 4-hour combat pauses in northern Gaza, creating safe corridors for civilians to evacuate. President Joe Biden weighing in.
Yes, I've asked for even a longer pause for some of them. It's taking a little longer than I hoped.
The U.S. also involved in a high-level meeting to free the more than 240 hostages taken by Hamas. CIA Director Bill Burns traveling to Doha to meet with Israeli and Qatari counterparts in an attempt to strike a deal. As the hostages reach month 2 of captivity, Palestinian Islamic Jihad released a video of 2 hostages, 77-year-old Hana Katsir and 12-year-old Yagil Yaakov. ABC News isn't showing it, but the families agreed to us using these images. Yaakov's mother with a heartbreaking plea for her kidnapped son.
They're not bargain chips, they're children. Children anywhere in the world are not supposed to be part of this.
Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu tells Fox that those humanitarian pauses have allowed more than 100,000 people to pass safely into South Gaza, even as Hamas tries to prevent them from fleeing. In Washington, Liz Landers, ABC News.
Now to a political earthquake described as a nightmare scenario for Democrats. Senator Joe Manchin is making a move that could change the balance of power in Washington, and perhaps not just on Capitol Hill. ABC's Andrea Fujii has the details.
This morning, new details on how Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell reportedly helped to orchestrate a political bombshell from Washington. Senator Joe Manchin, the conservative Democrat from West Virginia, says he will not seek re-election, giving Republicans a major opportunity to flip his Senate seat.
I believe in my heart of hearts that I have accomplished what I set out to do for West Virginia.
Senator McConnell reportedly worked for more than a year to get Manchin to retire. Political reports McConnell's plan became a reality last fall when he met with the popular Republican governor of West Virginia, Jim Justice, convincing Justice to run for Senate against Manchin, knowing Manchin could lose in the deeply red state. Manchin has often frustrated his fellow Democrats, breaking with his party.
I will not support a bill that is this consequential without thoroughly understanding the impact that it'll have on our national debt, our economy, and most importantly, all of our American people.
Manchin's retirement has huge implications for Senate Democrats' hopes of keeping their slim 51-49 majority. But the stakes could get even higher.
What I will be doing is traveling the country and speaking out to see if there is an interest in creating a movement to mobilize the middle and bring Americans together.
Manchin is affiliated with a group called No Labels, which is exploring a third-party presidential ticket. The group is already on the ballot in 12 states, including several key battlegrounds.
They say they have a strategy to be on the ballot in all 50 states by Election Day. The group is commending Senator Manchin, calling him a longtime ally of their movement.
Democrats say a No Labels ticket could play spoiler, taking votes away from President Biden and benefiting Donald Trump.
Meanwhile, another candidate has jumped into the presidential race. Jill Stein is running once again on the Green Party ticket. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
And coming up on the second half of the newscast, Holden police are continuing a heartwarming tradition that was created by their former chief. We'll tell you about that. And we'll also hear why rising temperatures around the world are causing a big boom in the production of alcohol. That and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Verdict just in.
The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder.
Right after a bitter divorce, this law professor was gunned down in his own garage.
What really happened? What you haven't heard. 2020 tonight on ABC.
When the Coach House Restaurant wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. The Coach House Restaurant, family dining at its best with fine home-cooked meals, delicious homemade desserts, and a large menu of tasty offerings for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota Equipment, the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, with professional grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right, all backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
Nice. DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Maine. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Maine. New customers, download the app now and bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
I hurt my shoulder in a car accident and needed lots of medical treatment, but the insurance company only offered me this tiny little check.
This tiny check won't even cover my medical bills. After a car accident, don't take a tiny check from the insurance company. Call the twos.
I didn't accept this tiny check. I called the twos, and Lowry and Associates got me $300,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
ABC 7, proud to honor all veterans.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Friday, November 10th, 2023. There are now just 50 days left until we reach the new year. It's also the birthday of the U.S. Marine Corps. It was on this day in history back in 1775. The U.S. Marine Corps was created just 8 months before the signing of the Declaration of Independence. It was during the Revolutionary War when Congress formed 2 battalions of Continental Marines capable of operating on land, sea, and in the air. They wanted a force that could intercept ammunition cargo from Britain, and they've been doing it ever since. Today's birthday was established by the government in 1921, reading that wrong, to show appreciation for the Corps. All right, also on this day in history in 1903, the U.S. Patent Office granted a patent to inventor Mary Anderson for her automatic windshield wipers, a device we all continue to use on our cars today. In 1969, Sesame Street premiered on television and is still the longest-running television series for children. In 1975, the Edmund Fitzgerald sank in Lake Superior after getting caught up in a storm with winds over 75 miles per hour. In 1982, the Vietnam Memorial was open to visitors in Washington, and in 1990, the Christmas comedy Home Alone with Macaulay Culkin premiered for the first time, becoming a favorite around the holidays. Today's birthdays include country singer Miranda Lambert, who is 40 today, actress Ellen Pompeo from Grey's Anatomy is 54, and comedian Tracy Morgan is 55. We'd like to wish them all a very happy birthday. All right, let's check back in with Devin for another look at that forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Friday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Blind Faith Tattoo. With over 25 years of experience, we are fluent in all styles, including traditional and fine line tattoos. Stop by for a free consultation from one of our friendly expert tattoo artists. We offer a fast turnaround, and walk-ins are always welcome. As we get into things this morning, a small cloud advisory is now posted until 7 p.m. Saturday along the coast. Again, some active surf will continue to be possible as you do move forward with gusty winds today and again tomorrow as well. Let's take a look at the visibility. We do have a little bit of fog being reported in a few spots this morning near the Bangor area and areas off to the south and west, and maybe a little bit well off towards the north as well. It's very hit and miss in nature this morning as you head out and about. Otherwise, the radar is looking rather quiet. There might be a few rain and snow showers in the northern parts of the state today. Further down to the south, just some clouds, and it looks to be about it there. Let's zoom things out, though. Low pressure's tracking off towards the east. Just a little bit of energy trying to sneak in here across the northern parts of the state, so that's why they could see some rain and snow showers today. But further down toward the south, though, by the Bangor area, not much of anything expected today in the precipitation department. We will stay dry. You can see the precipitation mainly across the northern parts of the state. Further down toward the south, we're looking okay. I do believe we will stay dry along and south of the Bangor area today. As for the wind as well, though, it'll be a little gusty from time to time at around 10 to 15 miles per hour sustained. Gusts up to 25 miles per hour cannot be ruled out either, with more gusty winds on the way as we head towards the daytime tomorrow. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period showing some clouds hanging around with temperatures in the 40s. The full 5-day forecast is coming up.
All right, thank you, Devin. Holden police are once again giving back to their community with the 25 Days of Kindness. The annual event kicked off last month when the department delivered more than 1,000 gallons of heating oil to residents in George Pond Estates. Late Holden Police Chief Chris Greeley created that program over 6 years ago, and it started with officers performing small acts of kindness and has since grown into what it is today. Chief Eduardo Benjamin says the department felt determined to keep the program going following Greeley's passing earlier this year.
He took good care of his community, he took good care of his people, and we're going to keep the legacy alive. As a police department, sometimes we see the people in the worst days of their lives, when they really need. And this is a good moment to have a positive interaction.
Benjamin says the support of the community is what has allowed the event to continue for so long, with donations coming in all around the year. He also says the department still has plenty of surprises in store for the rest of the 25 days of kindness. I think Chris Greeley would be very happy to see that. All right, when we come back, Tyler Cruz with all the day sports news. Don't go away.
Miracle Ear made it easy. I just booked an appointment, and a certified hearing care professional evaluated my hearing loss and helped me find the right device calibrated to my unique hearing needs.
Call now and book your free hearing evaluation.
When Dover Audiology wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Come to Dover Audiology and find out where people from Kittery to Eastport go to get their hearing aids. Knowledgeable, friendly, and reasonable. Dover Audiology is your best place for hearing solutions.
Every night is pizza night at Dragonfire Pizza. From wings, salads, and sides to our specialty wood-fired pizzas. You'll find everything you need to satisfy any craving by the slice or by the pie. A little slice of heaven is waiting for you at Dragonfire Pizza, Mill Mall, Ellsworth.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
Miracle Ear made it easy. I just booked an appointment, and a certified hearing care professional evaluated my hearing loss and helped me find the right device calibrated to my unique hearing needs.
Call now and book your free hearing evaluation.
All the nonsense
Fibber.
meets no nonsense.
I don't buy it.
Judge Judy.
Weekdays at 5 on ABC 7.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start out on the ice. It is a huge weekend for Maine men's hockey coming up. A top 15 matchup at the Alfond on Friday and Saturday. We're now 13th ranked Maine hosts the top team in the country, the Boston College Eagles. The Black Bears coming off of a weekend sweep on the road against Merrimack College. Add that to their win over Quinnipiac, who was a top 5 team at the time, and Maine has a pretty good early resume this season. But Boston College is a whole nother animal. 4 first-round picks. Head coach Ben Barr says these games are a great opportunity for a team who has their sights set on being one of the top teams in the nation as well.
Our goal is ultimately to be the best team in college hockey someday. And, you know, like when you get a chance to play teams like BC that, you know, right now the #1 team in the nation with a boatload of talent, it's a great experience and a great opportunity. So we know we have to play the game a certain way to have success against good teams, and it's no different this week, and we take it, you know, it's one day at a time for us.
At 5-1, Maine is off to their best start in a long time, over 10 years. Both games are sold out for this weekend at the Alfond, and they know the place is going to be rocking. But Barr says it was like that for their home playoff loss a year ago, so the team needs to stay focused despite all that energy and treat it as any other game.
I mean, obviously there's excitement, all that kind of stuff, but, you know, the game is played for 60 minutes on Friday and Saturday night, whistle to whistle, and nothing can change for, you know, from basically what we've been doing to give ourselves a chance to win.
All right, moving on now, let's stick with the University of Maine, and we will go down to Philadelphia, where Maine women's hoops are visiting the LaSalle Explorers. Black Bears looking to rebound off of their season-opening loss to Quinnipiac. We're going to pick this up in the first quarter. Explorers with it. Some great on-ball defense from Wyndham's Sarah Talon. She is going to go coast-to-coast with it, put it in. Maine is up early. But LaSalle, they would answer back right away and hang with them in that first half. Jolene Armendariz finds Molly Masciantonio for an open 3-ball. She nails it. Maine was up just 2 at the half, but they would control the second half right off the bat. The 2-man game from Adriana Smith and Ann Simon. Smith finds Simon on a great backdoor cut. Both finish with double-doubles. Black Bears win 58-48. All right, we are going to move back to some high school sports now. Our soccer state championship matchups, they're all set for Saturday after regional finals this week. Here's what we are looking at. Venues are Messalonskee High and Mount Ararat High for our 11-player teams, and the 8-player soccer finals are at Coney. In Class A, it's Bangor and Scarborough playing for the girls' gold ball, and Lewiston and Deering for the boys. That's at Messalonskee. Class B, Yarmouth is looking for the double gold ball. Their girls play Ellsworth, and their boys play John Bapst. That's at Mount Ararat. Class C, also at Mount Ararat, Waynfleet plays Fort Kent. George Stevens tries to take down Mount Abram. Class D, back at Messalonskee, Penobscot Valley, the girls trying to get past St. Dom's. Easton and Monmouth Academy is that matchup for the boys. And then last but not least, for 8-player soccer, Penquist Valley girls take on Madison. Skank Stearns plays Carabec Valley for the boys. All right, wishing everybody luck there. Let's go to that high school soccer preview. States are Saturday, as we said, for Bangor Rams. They're in their first final since 2015, and as our Ryan Sudol reports, their run is defined by facing pressure head-on.
These girls, we just worked so hard, and it felt so great for it to finally pay off.
Bangor girls soccer's stellar season will end at States. On Saturday, the Rams won their first A-North title since 2015.
They've worked hard. They've certainly put in the time. It's all about that process that gets you to that point. And, you know, they've done a tremendous job.
The Rams knocked off 2-seed Camden Hills 2-1 in the regional final after 2 second-half goals by junior Tegan Atherley.
It just feels so good. There's just like relief of the pressure kind of, and it just makes me feel a lot better that I was able to contribute in that sort of area.
The pressure has mounted these playoffs, with each of their wins coming in 1-goal games. After running away with many regular season games, their defense has become the biggest key.
We didn't face many offensive teams during the regular season. We knew it had to step up. They've been compact, organized. They're all so hard workers, and it's been great.
Another key piece to their puzzle was their lone loss of the year, a 4-0 shutout against Brunswick late in the regular season, something the Rams may have needed all along.
You know, I think it just let us understand that, you know, as well as the season was going, you know, there are a lot of good teams out there. So you got to come ready to play every day. You got to make short passes. You got to do the things that allow you to be able to have success.
And all of that has led them to Saturday's Class A final against South Champs Scarborough, a team they know as well as they can, facing them in the preseason.
They're just very skilled overall. They have a lot of individual skill, and as a team, they're very skilled. We just have to be on top of our game. You know, we can't really make a lot of mistakes, and if we do, we just have to be able to recover very quickly.
And if they come through on all those goals, about 20 or so dreams will come true.
It would be such a great feeling. Northerns was so amazing. I can't even imagine what it would be like to win states, and I'm so excited for our team that we have made it this far too.
In Dover Foxcroft, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
All right, wishing them luck on Saturday. That is all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with fast and reliable internet for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited mobile line, and a free Xumo Stream Box when you add Spectrum TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
Brandywine Graphics makes it easy. We are the top source for screen printing, embroidery, branded merchandise, and direct-to-garment printing. With 25 years experience, state-of-the-art equipment, and a commitment to excellence, why trust your apparel products with anyone else? And now, Brandywine Graphics can easily launch online stores for your school or organization. Simply design your products from brands like Eddie Bauer, Carhartt, and more. Share the link and we'll do the rest. Like we said, Brandywine Graphics makes it easy. Find out more at brandywinegraphics.com or at our Hamden location.
Your favorite restaurants for half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Here's this week's featured deal.
Tesoro Italian restaurant serves Bangor's best pizza, pasta, and sandwiches. Dine in or take out, located in downtown Bangor across from the library. Open Monday through Saturday, 3 to 9, and Sunday, 3 to 8. The bar is open 9 to 1, Friday and Saturday night. Come in and taste what everybody's talking about.
On sale Thursday at 9 a.m. A limited supply available. Half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
Temperatures outside might be getting colder, but a shocking new report finds this year on Earth is on track to becoming the hottest one yet. Extreme heat and changing climates are contributing to the strife of farmers out west who are already strapped for water. It's causing some to start investing in drought-resistant crops like agave, used to make tequila. Is it agave? Fox News' Gary Baumgarten takes a closer look at how the small operation is transforming into a booming alcohol business.
While fall weather is bringing cooler temperatures across the country, a new report from the nonprofit group Climate Central reveals the last 12 months were the hottest Earth has ever recorded. The scientific research points to greenhouse gas emissions from the burning of fossil fuels for the stubborn heat, which triggered the average global temperature to be more than 2 degrees higher than pre-industrial times from November of 2022 to last month. This unnatural heat is creating an uncertain future for farmers out west who have been facing years of drought. It's prompting some growers in California to start investing in crops that don't require as much water. Their saving grace could come from blue agave, the plant used to make tequila.
Started with 50 and have got to now 2,000 or so.
Agave actually thrives in dry regions with limited water. Farmers in the Golden State hope that it brings them literal gold. As more work with local distilleries to transform their agave into premium alcohol.
There's definitely a lot of excitement.
And they may be in luck. Americans' appetite for agave-based liquor has been on the rise. Data from the Distilled Spirits Council of the United States reports the tequila and mezcal market in the United States has grown by more than 270% since 2003. Gary Baumgarten, Fox News.
I guess that's the silver lining, not a bad thing. All right, let's check in with Devin Biggs once again for a look at our weather forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Friday. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Blind Faith Tattoo. With over 25 years of experience, we are fluent in all styles, including traditional and fine line tattoos. Stop by for a free consultation for one of our friendly expert tattoo artists. We offer a fast turnaround, and walk-ins are always welcome. As we get into things this morning, a small cloud advisory is active across the coast, and this will last until about 7 p.m. as we get towards Saturday. Some gusty winds today and tomorrow will make the ocean just a little bit active in a few areas. So wave heights are not active just yet. They're right around 1 to 2 feet. But as we add some wind today and again tomorrow, we'll be watching the wave heights becoming just a little bit more active as we do move forward. A little bit of fog developing out there this morning. Bangor is down about a mile for visibility in a few spots, though. Further off towards the south and west seems to produce visibility as well as a result of a little bit of fog out there this morning. Here's the radar and satellite. So you've been watching some clouds this morning. A little bit of precipitation maybe in the western parts of the state. We'll be watching for a few rain and snow showers in the northern parts of the state today. But as you head further south, those chances will decrease, which is why we're going with a dry forecast for the Bangor area and areas surrounding today. As we do zoom things out, we have low pressure moving off to the east. Some wraparound moisture can move into the northern parts, and that is why we're watching that small chance in the northern parts of Maine for some rain and snow showers there, but everyone else staying dry today. So futurecast moving forward and showing those chances right about in there in the northern parts of the state, but everybody else, though, does a mostly cloudy sky today. We'll start to lose a little bit of the clouds further down to the south. Later on tonight, though, as we head towards tomorrow, looking pretty good. Maybe a few snow showers near the Caribou area at times, but further off towards the north, again, everyone else looking pretty good as we stay dry with a mixture of clouds and sunshine, and some clouds look to get in here for a little while as we head towards Saturday evening, and looking pretty good as we head towards Saturday night into Sunday as the clouds look to clear out of here. As for any snow, again, it's all going to stay further off towards the north and might try to accumulate just a little bit, though, but it will be further off towards the north. This is ran through at least Saturday evening, but notice that all stays further off towards the north. Nothing to be expected near the Bangor area, so we're looking pretty good as we do move forward. As for the gusty winds, we have some of that on the way, reaching up to around 25 miles per hour today. It does back off a little while tonight, down to maybe 15 miles per hour or less. Then by tomorrow, though, here we go again. Wind gusts reaching up to around 25 miles per hour in a few areas. So your forecast coming up for today, upper 40s, mostly cloudy and breezy, with that west wind getting up to around 20 miles per hour at times. Later on tonight, upper 20s with a partly cloudy sky, and that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, lower 40s, partly cloudy and breezy, with that north northwest wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Blind Faith Tattoo. We'll be under a mostly sunny sky on Sunday with highs in the low 40s. We'll be in the low 40s again for your Monday with a lot of sunshine, and rain and snow showers possible on Tuesday, highs in the mid 40s.
Who likes to drink good coffee? At Carabassa Coffee Company, we roast premium quality coffee beans from all over the world. Roasted to perfection in small batches, our coffee is always fresh. We offer a large selection, including our specialty blends, organics, single origins, decaf, and flavor. Whether you like light, medium, or dark roasts, we have coffee to suit every taste. We offer flat rate shipping for online orders, and we ship fast. Carabassa Coffee Company. Drink good coffee.
This Veterans Day, join Fox ABC Maine as we salute and honor our veterans. Are you an active, inactive, or retired member of the armed services? Do you know someone who is? Then upload your photos on foxbangor.com/Maine Heroes. We will randomly select multiple veterans to win a gift voucher from Chick-fil-A. Locally sponsored by First National Bank, Healing Hands Massage, Silver Fox Automotive, and Triple S Tax Shop.
The Old Mill Pub in Skowhegan is an historic restaurant and bar overlooking the Kennebec River. Enjoy the atmosphere while dining on local handcrafted pub fare, as well as Maine beers and craft cocktails. Also offering bar and catering services for your event or holiday party.
My father worked at the mill for over 30 years. He was exposed to a great community and excelled at his job, but he was also exposed to asbestos. The air quality inside the mill was always his biggest complaint. He had no idea how deadly some of the products and materials were. When he was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew to call Joe Bornstein's office to get my dad the help he needs and the justice he deserves.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win. The verdict just in.
The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder.
Right after a bitter divorce, this law professor was gunned down in his own garage.
What really happened? What you haven't heard. 2020, tonight on ABC.
An adorable penguin chick is named by the public. Meet Pearl, the newly named emperor penguin chick at SeaWorld in San Diego. The name Pearl was chosen by popular demand by the public, beating out Pandora and Astrid. One SeaWorld supervisor notes that Pearl is the perfect name for this friendly chick because pearls are formed under hardship, and this baby penguin did not let a rough start to live get her down. Visitors are permitted to buy behind-the-scene tickets to meet Pearl at SeaWorld before she joins the penguin colony. What a pretty little bird. All right, pretty neat. That's it for now, folks. We'll continue broadcasting on Fox 22, but if you're heading out for the day, we hope you have a great day. Good Morning America is next right here on ABC 7. Have a good day.